Here we are back at the farmhouse. The noise you hear in the background is the generator running because making chocolate today, and that big grinder uses a lot of power, more than our solar system can do. So if we're going to the cacao plantation, we go down this side. It's a long walk. We pass the cacao drying rack. We pass the sugar plantation, which is on the left here. It's deep inside, you can't really see it from here. Over here is the trapiche. That's where we make the sugar. You see that big pile of firewood there? That's how we cook the sugar down for, hours at a time. Bananas, we've planted all these. This used to be pasture in here, believe it or not, just a few years ago. This is a guava tree. That's a breadfruit tree. Yes, that breadfruit tree is about 4 years old. This is a cashew tree right here. You can tell them from the big round fat leaves. Guava, banana. This is ylang ylang. This is also about 4 years old, 5 years old. There's an orange tree. Behind that, behind the banana tree, is a bigger mystery fruit tree. It looks something like a big mangosteen, really, but it couldn't be that. Also could be something like a cherimoya. This is not sugarcane here. This is a kind of grass they grow for horses. This is a sapote tree. You can tell those by those very long leaves. There's another cashew tree right down here. Down there is a local fruit called a Nancy. Has little yellow cherries. This is a big mango tree here. And then we start down this trail. But the walk is too long to actually film the whole thing. So at this point, I'm going to turn it off. Now we're at the bottom of a hill that I started walking down 2 minutes ago. Here's a little creek that supplies the pond here, which provides power through our hydroelectric generator. This is the beginning of the cacao plantation. This is all cacao here, except the big one is breadfruit. You won't see any fruits right now. The season is past. Once the season turns dry, you don't really have so much fruit. This is the time of year when our workers are pruning, fertilizing, and otherwise keeping the plantation in shape. Okay, we're just a few dozen yards further along the road. These trees are just beautifully pruned. Beautiful. Just love to see these trees. That's our property over there too, a hill in the distance. Now we come into the forest. The section of cacao on our left gives way to the primal forest. The valley below. I still have never been down there. Been almost everywhere else. And these trees are not even big compared to the other trees we have. I'm going to shut this off now until we get to the big trees. All right, here we are back at the intersection. By the way, there's no mosquitoes. Anybody who's been in Costa Rica will know how lovely that is. So it just keeps going up and up and up and up. We have much bigger trees than this. At this point you can go right or left. There's cacao on both sides. But we're going to go up this way to see the new plantation where we planted about 500 babies 2 years ago. We'll start up again when we're in the cacao plantation. Here we are in the cacao plantation. I have been lost here more than a few times. But I know where I'm going right now. Look at this. Look at the pruning on that. Just beautiful. These nice green leaves. And no monilia. If you know anything about cacao, you'll know what I mean. There's a fruit. There's some tiny fruits. There is a little bit of a harvest almost all year, but really for 2 or 3 months hardly anything to speak of. As you can see, it's not exactly a well-marked trail. What a beautiful tree. Okay, I'm going to turn this off until we get to the babies plantation. Here we are in the new plantation. You see how it looks like a freshly cut lawn? Well, it has been freshly cut because our workers like to keep the grass down. I think you can't really see the cacao trees too well, but this is a pretty typical one. It's about 3 feet high and looks very healthy. They have all been pruned nicely, as they should be in the first year or two. They're all up and down this hillside. The bananas have been planted to help give them shade and just to have more bananas. You see on the hillside some very nice young trees. I'll go get a closer look. These trees on this hillside are about as tall as I am. Somewhere between 5 foot, 6 foot. That one over there looks like even taller. They're doing very well. Here we are on top of a hill, looking at some of the beautiful young trees. And we overlook the mature cacao plantation. That whole sea of green down there is just one small part of the plantation. Well, this might be half of it, but it's almost 20 acres, so it's much more than this. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Look at these trees. Thick, bountiful. Just the right amount of shade in here.